Saudações, pessoal! Meu nome é Rafael, mas podem me chamar de Syler. Espero que vocês todos estejam muito bem. Estou aqui mais uma vez com What Remains of Edith Finch. O jogo parou na parte em que a gente tinha feito alguma coisa muito estranha, como uma espécie de reviver a memória de um dos personagens. E terminou de um modo muito legal. Eu fiquei bastante curioso. E agora a gente está aqui do lado de fora da casa. E eu não sei o que vai acontecer. Vamos ver, né? Vou entrar no outro cômodo da casa, que eu não tinha entrado ainda.
I spent a lot of time in Great Grandma Edie's room.
Quarto da avó, da bisavó, aliás, bisa. Eddie. A gente já viu uma das personagens, né? Que é a
Her
irmã
room is
dela,
like a
né?
museum.
Vamos ver o que tem aqui.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January
Maldição da
7th,
família.
1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
A casa foi em cima do barco? Eu tô vendo direito? Isso aqui é aqueles negócios que vai passando a foto, sabe? Isso aqui é bem antigo. Eu acho que eu nunca vi um desses pessoalmente, só em filmes, algo assim.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Se esperar, né?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husbands Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Acabou. Eu saio daqui. Oh, legal, gostei.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ok, então havia uma maldição que o primeiro Finch lá, o Odin, que ele já sofria disso e ele trouxe a casa no barco, a casa afundou, ele chegou e quis fazer uma nova casa. Ele foi a primeira pessoa a ser enterrada no cemitério. Ok. Vamos lá. O jogo é muito bonito. Apesar de ser simples. Aqui de onde eu vim. Built 1937. Construída em 1937. Aqui, ó.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Ok.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Ele foi morto por um dragão. Na verdade, é um escorregador em formato de dragão que matou o cara. Ok, cadê o que mais tem aqui? Eu já olhei aqui.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Aqui já olhei, não.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Homem topeira vivia debaixo da casa. É meio assustador, né?
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Ok.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Banheiro rosa.
It was a pretty big trace.
Eu já vi um banheiro cor de rosa uma vez. Uma chave. Não, pera, um cadeado. Eu tenho chave. Há um segredo neste banheiro. Ok. Vamos ver, né?
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look.
Que mais?
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Como assim? O banheiro tem uma passagem secreta. Nossa, onde que isso
Sven
vai
gave
dar?
Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Certo. Eu não entraria nesse lugar aqui, eu acho não, viu? Pessoalmente. Onde... Fort Calvin. Um Buzz Lightyear. Só que não.
I knew
Quase
Grandpa
da hora.
Sam had a twin.
O vovô dela tinha um gêmeo. De Command Center, centro de comando. Essa coisa, essa corda aqui, que é isso? Consigo passar aqui? Consigo.
And that he never talked about him.
Então ele não falava do irmão gêmeo dele.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Ah, ok. Casa legal.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Balanço.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Eu tô ficando nervoso.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Ah não, o cara não vai pular do balanço não, ele se
I told
empenhaça.
him going around was impossible.
Dá a volta no balanço.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up.
Nossa senhora.
Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Ele morreu fazendo isso.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh.
That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly.
Ah, não.
And he did.
Nossa. É muito da hora.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Nossa, o Calvin morreu, o irmão do avô dela, é isso? Morreu tentando voar no balanço. Poxa, que da hora. Oh, eu senti a emoção daquele negócio
After
ali
the
na real.
funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Esse quarto ficou fechado, que era o quarto em que ele que era do avô, do irmão do avô dele que morreu, né? Dela, avô dela.
Mom
Agora.
said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Também foi meio que, entre aspas, culpa do avô. Essa porta tá trancada. Ok, e aí? Vamos embora? Aqui eu já fui e aqui. Onde eu tô agora?
Growing
Barbara
up,
Finch.
I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ah, é a personagem que era famosa. Fazia filmes. É grande, Bigfoot. A música tá meio macabra. Também esse bicho aqui.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
É, crianças famosas nunca têm infância, né? Dreadful Stories, histórias assustadoras.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Que história é essa?
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Não teve que opção sobre o quê? É a Bárbara contando, que é a história do final da Bárbara.
Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Sou
And
eu?
when she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Eu tô controlando a história em quadrinhos. Ah, não. Jogo da hora.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Essa música. Uma mão. Que é isso? Constatei.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
É, né? Serra. Tá?
It rattled and grew still.
Medo.
Oh dear!
Mata!
Oh!
Rick?
Fiquei olhando,
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ah, de novo. Oh. Será que quando eu mexer na caixinha de música fora da história em quadrinhos eu vou conseguir subir, descer pro porão? Provavelmente não. Morre, abóbora!
Walter, are you there?
Vai pra cá, pra pro lado.
Walter vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Vai, Bárbara!
And now he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Ai, pra mexer. Aqui.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Aqui eu tinha que sair por aqui, né?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Abandona sim! Ai, meu Deus.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Vai, morre!
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Vamos lá acabar de resolver isso. Primeiro nenhum. Não é rápido, né, menina? Lerdeza. Óbvio que ele não tá ali mais. Óbvio.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Porta.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Mano.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time.
Nossa.
He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Nossa. Nossa, essa é a história da Bárbara,
Edie told
então.
me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Nossa. Cada hora um personagem diferente acontece uma coisa absurda. A Bárbara, então, ela foi morta por um assassino, mas na história e, enfim, na mitologia do jogo, os monstros que vieram buscar a menina. É isso? A moça, né? Porque não era menina mais. Nossa. Uou, fiquei em choque, viu? Agora eu acho que eu tenho que ir pro porão, abrir aquela porta lá com a chave que tá na caixinha de música, que é o bagulho de dar corda na caixinha de música. Provavelmente é isso, mas eu não tenho certeza. Mas eu vou terminar esse vídeo por aqui. Mais uma vez, o jogo me surpreendeu pra caramba. Eu achei que o primeiro episódio não tinha como superar aquilo lá de tão legal que foi, mas esse foi mais legal ainda. Pessoal, eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Deixa um like pra mim, deixa um comentário, se inscreva no canal se você ainda não é inscrito. E em breve eu volto com mais... com mais What Remains of Edith Finch. É nóis, tamo junto. Abraços.